Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on getting our stability to drop here, or rather to raise. Our stability did drop a lot. We need to raise up our stability and we need to let our aggressive expansion drop a bit, at which point we'll probably go after Upper Egypt. Not Upper Egypt though, Upper Egypt is ours, but we need to go after Upper Egypt, which is not ours. I will never tire of this joke. It is ridiculous that they are both the same color, both named Upper Egypt, and they both have the same icon. It is absolutely ridiculous that there's no way to tell the difference between them. It's really funny. Okay, so we have an unmarried ruler, and we know that this is the case, but there's just no options. We can't really do anything about that. So that is sad. And these guys, they're going to finish their road build eventually. We do have 2,564 gold at this point. We should probably consider spending some of that. So we could do that like over here. What is this setup? What is this intended to be? It's all over the place. They do produce cedar, and they're not coastal, so I think that we should make this be a slave city. So we're going to get rid of all of this nonsense, for sure. And the rest of this can stick around. We'll put in a foundry, we'll put in mills, we'll put in a slave traders, we'll put in taverns. Okay, so that'll be fine for now. That spends down some of that gold anyway. And this is currently too disloyal to do anything. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's understood. We can definitely do something here. So what would we want to put in? A forum is the answer. Okay, nothing to be done in these locations right now. There's a city here, and having this fort is still useful. Armenia controls that, right. Yeah, that's fine. So this is all still useful at this moment. We need to put in a tax office. This city here is, again, in the category of all over the place. Freeman happiness, sure. Let's get rid of a bunch of these structures. The Freeman districts will stick around, the aqueduct can go away, the noble district goes away, the farmer's market goes away, and we're going to put in a foundry, we're going to put in mills, we're going to put in a slave trader, and 2 taverns. Okay, so that's reasonably fine for now. We're getting some of these converted over to our city standards, which is, in my opinion anyway, considerably more efficient than the city standards that the AI uses, which appears to be just build random buildings. We do have some starving pops. This is all down over in this province. Okay, that is noted. Let's change this steppe horse import over to grain. And we're going to see if that alone is enough food. It likely will be, is the theory. We're going to have to wait until the month tick to find out for sure. I suppose as long as we're down here, we could check in on this location here. So this is citizen happiness, huh? We're producing 3 spices right now. Yeah, I think we're just going to put in the foundry. We'll put in a single mill for the moment. So that's going to boost us up to 4 spices. That's not bad. Warrior's honor, huh? I guess it's fine. Okay, so food situation here. Positive. That's exactly what we want to see. Excellent. So that is great. We are, of course, still building roads up in our vassal up over here. And do we have roads built in Farfara? We do not. So after we're done with that, we should get roads built in Farfara as well. So that's going to be very, very simple, right? We're not going to need too much road work done here. It's just going to be that. Although there should probably be a connection here as well. Wife required for this guy. Well, good luck with that. There are none. Good luck, buddy. He's gonna need it. So no colonizable territories right now. Our ruler's unmarried. There are apparently no women in our empire, which is, you know, mildly problematic. Hopefully that'll change soon enough. Hopefully. So we are going to have these guys rebelling in 4 months. We should probably move this army up a bit preemptively. So we would position them, I don't know, like around Daphne or so. Yeah, let's head on up there for now. we'll just get heading northward so that we're ready for that. Mesopotamia might go with them. We'll see. We did just get a martial advance, and that, of course, means that we can continue working on our siege ability. So that is very, very good. We are delighted to get some siege ability here. That's heavy cavalry discipline, but we're using camels, so we don't care about that. Yeah, that seems fine. So at this point, there's still a lot of siege ability that we can get here. No doubt about that. So that looks wonderful. Why do we have 3 ships here? This is an Octier, or rather 2 Octiers and a Liburnian. We must have captured these when we integrated a subject. I don't know where they came from. Arguably, we should increase the size of our fleets. The best types of ships that we can build right now is Hexiers, right? Right. And we can only build these down over here, which is mildly awkward. I'm going to queue up a number of these. So we're going to queue up... These are very cheap. Okay, so how many has that been? That's 33. Okay, I'd like to queue up somewhere around... I think that would be actually 51 there. So I think that's 1 too many. We can cancel that, right? There is a way to do that. Yeah, just the 1 here. It cancels the first one, unfortunately, but that's fine. So we are going to have rebellions fairly soon. This force should be more than capable of dealing with that. And there are 2 Octiers here. So I'm thinking right now, we split this force in half, and we just send 1 over to this fleet. And the other Octier gets sent to this fleet. We can't build Octiers at this time, so that's not too bad. This is currently, yeah, those navies are going to cease to exist very shortly. So that sounds okay for the moment. Now, this road construction is still going to take a little bit. It will be done eventually, and we do want to go after Upper Egypt. We want to go after the Ptolemaics as well, but there is that rebellion, as expected. So we're going to go directly in over here. The question is Mesopotamia going to join them? No, but this whole area did. Okay, that's not a bad thing. I would love it if these guys would come cap here. Apparently they're not interested. I don't know where they're going. We did just lose the governor of Punt, and that is going to now be... Well, there's a scorned family, but this is the Zadoki family, and I'm not convinced that there are any of those. Actually, there are. These 2. They must have been adopted. Right. Okay, well, we'll put this guy in here. That is fine for now. So no more scorned family. That is good. Have there been any women that have appeared? Actually, yes, but they're all quite old. Except this one, I suppose, who's 16. So she just came of age. Keep in mind, in this time period, 16 is coming of age. Not so much these days, but yeah. So there's one option, and she's probably going to be very expensive. So we should save up some money. Let's save up until we've got about 2,000 gold, just in case. So we're definitely seeing our vassals running around, making a little bit of gains here. We're glad to see this happening, and actually eliminating these guys is fine. Coming up and stopping these would be good too. I'm completely fine with this playing out as it is right now. Although I'd like it if they would come here. Arados is a little awkward, but they'll be integrated soon enough. 1 July of 727, to be precise. So that seems good. We're already at 21% on this siege, so that's no problem. They caught this force, and hopefully they are going to come in and take this back. Maybe. That does not appear to be... Well, maybe they are going to. They're now heading this direction. Ooh, prosperity. We are going to gain the stability here. Stability is really good for us. How long until Mesopotamia rebels? 1 month is the answer. Well, all we need to do is cap here, and this rebellion is over. We are going to have Mesopotamia rebelling right now, but we're very close to having this cap done, and this seems absolutely fine. There are no other rebellions that are going to come up soon. They'll come up eventually, I'm sure. But for now, this is looking good. We've stack wiped all of them with our vassals. We're going to come in and launch a siege over here. So this gets auto-capped, and we're going to get rid of these by getting rid of the war, is the idea. Well, that's interesting. This just became unsettled. Regardless, we're going to take all of this territory. No aggressive expansion for that, and they will accept this. Perfect. And we're going to lose half a point of aggressive expansion from it, too. I do want to get rid of the fort that is here, and we should probably check to see if there are any... That's a lot of farming settlements. Okay. That's a whole lot of farming settlements. And we need to handle this wife situation, right? So I think we're going to do that first. I don't think we're actually going to catch anyone here. That's fine. We don't need to. We just need to siege this down. So they deleted a lot of farming settlements when they rebelled. That's very rude of them, but whatever. We'll rebuild them. Okay, so this is capped. That's fantastic. And this siege is going to end very shortly. That's not too much of a concern. So we're 1901 gold right now. Let's give this one more month tick. And then we'll get this wife situation. No. We'll get this wife situation figured out at that point. Okay. So right about now, we can do something... Okay, never mind. She is gone. I'm not surprised that she got snapped up. There's not really a lot of other options. So to that end, I guess we'll get these farming settlements going again with that gold. Might as well. Eventually this siege will end, and how are we doing on our road build out over this way? Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done here, but that'll be done soon enough. Cool. So this is all looking fine as of right now. This fort is actually pretty well located. I like it. And this siege is now over. Beautiful. So this territory is back under our control now. Ooh, they are here. We're going to have to go eliminate them. The discipline is good. I don't want to lose stability. But the soldiers becoming more loyal is not necessarily great. So that is absolutely understood. No longer importing camels. Okay. Well, there. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's get this capped and get this rebellion over with. They're going to stack wipe as well, so that looks good. Arados has got that very under control. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're, of course, going to take Mesopotamia, and that will cause us to lose half a point of AE as well. So overall, that's really not too bad. We managed to lose 1 full point of aggressive expansion. It is going to cost us some money to get some of this stuff rebuilt. There's a crisis in the Ptolemaic Kingdom. That is deeply unsurprising right now. I think this fort here is good, so we'll keep that around for the moment. Okay, so obviously we need to re-enable automatic trading for the provinces that rebelled, so we should do that. I believe there should be a third one in here. Yeah, that one. I don't think there should be any more. Yep, that looks right. Okay, excellent. So no mines, no farming settlements to be built out over in Mesopotamia. Seems reasonably fine for now. And we're down to 29 aggressive expansion. We're probably not going to go to war this episode, but soon. Definitely soon. So, what's going on in Mabok? Well, this is set up as a slave city right now. We can definitely put in a forum there. That seems fine. And here we can put in a pair of taverns, followed by another forum. Excellent. Up over this way, we are pretty well set up, but we can set it. We can put in 2 forums and a Freeman district. I don't know what that was. I hit escape to close that, and it closed the event. Exciting. So here we're going to put in a tavern, for sure. So a tavern goes in there. What do we got up over here? This is not well set up right now. Okay. And this is also too low of loyalty to actually do anything. So we can't do anything there. Here we can, and we would put in a mill, get rid of this camp, get rid of the library and the tax office, and put in, well, this is a foundry, and put in 3 mills. And then we put in a slave trader. Oh, we don't have the gold. Okay, that's fine. We are, of course, still building roads down over here, and that'll get finished up very, very soon. Okay, so we would put in a slave trader here, get rid of this noble district, get rid of this citizen district, and then we would put in 1 more slave trader and a tavern, like that. But not quite like that, because we don't want to lose this road construction. We need to wait for a month tick. Then we can put in a tavern. There we go. Ezra has fallen ill. He is the governor of Arabia. Okay. We'll send him wishes for a speedy recovery. There's no reason not to be polite. So we could gain a zeal here, and that seems fine. Or state same religion happiness, which also seems pretty okay. We'll take that for now. And the 4th and 5th Navy, of course, the 5th Navy is here, and the Navy here needs to be grouped together, as does this. Okay, so now it's just the 5th Navy here, which is fine. I'm not concerned about that. Okay, so this looks absolutely fine for right now. There's not too much that we need to get done here. The integration of Arados has actually moved up a little bit. 1 March 728. Interesting. Or was that moving back? That might have moved back. Either way, both of these are going to be done soon enough. We're also just about finished with our road construction here. That looks great. Yep, that's going to be phenomenal. And very soon, we're going to be thinking about... Ooh. Hi, Aswan. Very soon now, we're going to think about attacking Upper Egypt or the Ptolemaics. There's very little that they have left at this point. We've taken over almost all of their territory, but not quite all of it yet. We can definitely grab... Polyspaston here might not be too bad. We're going to need it anyway for mangonels, so we might as well take that for now. And that'll just give us a flat siege engineer, which is, of course, really, really good. Okay. So that is all great. As of right now, there's not any major issues that need to be addressed, but we do need to keep spending our money, and that will be an increasingly complicated task as we continue through this. For now, we'll build 3 taverns here, and then we'll put in a pair of forums. That seems fine. We've got lots of gold still left at this moment, so that's okay. Who are we siding with here? Honestly, I don't think it really matters. We're going to tell them to stop bickering. We're also going to put in 3 taverns here. And how are we doing on our religion here? 82. We could make the argument that we should delete the Great Temple at this point, because we're 82% Israelite. How are we doing on our actual progress? No current conversion here. Okay. I'm going to leave it be for the moment then, and we're going to build a forum here. Okay, cool. So down over this way, we have more provinces that are planning to rebel eventually. That said, our stability is nearly up to half. So our population happiness is going to be a lot better across the board. That is a very, very good thing, of course. And this is still going down primarily due to our aggressive expansion. We could offset that with a divine sacrifice, which I'm going to do. That'll be fine for now. We are going to need political influence when we look to attack Upper Egypt or the Ptolemaics. But for now, I don't think that's necessary. Let's see what we've got going on down over this direction. We could absolutely put in a Freeman district here. That looks very, very good. What else might we be interested in doing? Well, we had a bountiful harvest. We could gain 3 stability or 2,000 gold. I feel like we don't need the gold. The stability is more useful right now. So that's excellent. That brings us up over 50 stability, which is magnificent. So that means that we no longer have any provinces that are going to rebel anytime soon. Positive, positive. South Nubia is still negative here. So we could consider converting this over to harsh treatment. That would be plus 0.24. And that would actually do the trick. So let's do that for now. Plus 0.02, positive, positive. This one is negative, although barely. It's already on harsh treatment, and harsh treatment is not very effective there. Okay. I suspect that this is going to go positive fairly soon. So if we check on the unrest here, right, we can see that this province is disloyal, pop assimilation speed is reduced, but unhappy pops are 2.18. Okay. But as they get converted, they should get happier. That's going to take some time. Noted. I'm not too concerned about it, though. It's not too low. This one is pretty low, minus 0.12, so that's going to rebel relatively soon. Harsh treatment would offset that almost entirely, and that seems reasonably fine. Out over this way, same story as before. It's dropping, but not very fast, and we're already on harsh treatment. So it's basically fine the way it is. Do we actually need forts on Crete? It might be a useful thing, to be honest. I think it's okay. Let's grab some taverns here, or a tavern, anyway. And this is a city out over this way. We actually have 4 building slots for it. Okay. Well, we can get the majority of that built up. That looks good. We can grab a pair of freeman districts here, and from here we can start putting in a tax office. So that looks great. There's our gold spent down for now, and these guys, they're done with their road build. So that seems absolutely magnificent. At this point, I want them to come back to Emma and I want these guys drilling. Lack of food out over here. Yeah, that's not surprising. We need to get moving. They were never intended to be just standing in the desert. Okay, let's make our way on up. They should start getting food foraged as they go through this, in theory. We're still sitting at 0 food here. Okay. That's fine. They will make their way to their station point very quickly, and they're going to get 0 attrition there. So that is fine. I'm really not concerned about it. Okay. So at this point, we are, of course, unusually powerful. I think there's no way around that at this point. The Romans are experiencing a revolt. The Roman revolt is losing, to be sure. But they are experiencing a revolt. Awkwardly enough... Hang on. Hang on a moment. I'm confused. Where is Rome right now? Did they lose Rome? No, it's right here. Rome is part of the Roman revolt. Okay. For a moment, I thought it was up here. No, my geography was just slightly off. But no, Rome is rebelling against itself. This is pretty funny, actually. I don't understand how that works, to be honest. Well, these guys, they need to get drilling. So that's fine for now. Can we expand our legions? That's an interesting question. Not really. Almost. We can almost expand our legions. I do want to get this navy sailing on over to about here, although maybe it should be moving... No, I think it can be... Both of our navies can be ported in the same location. I don't think there's an issue with that. Okay. I don't suppose that we have any women yet. I mean, kinda? Kinda. The awkward thing here is she would be appropriately aged, but she's from our family. That seems mildly awkward. Anyway, we slice it. We're not going to have children with, like, any of these potential wives. So that's not ideal, that's for sure. We have starving pops up here in Jerusalem at this point, and this is probably because we have both of our armies stationed here. We could move up to, say, the city of Dan, up over here, and move one of our fleets up to Tazor. This is probably not a bad thing. We probably needed to do this anyway. Ooh, 5 stability. Yes, please. We do like that stability. Okay, so let's position these guys in Dan instead, and hopefully we'll no longer be sucking all of the food out of Judean. That would be ideal. So let's see what happens on this month tick. 3.25. Okay, that's manageable. So we could get rid of, say, the cedar import, and instead just import grain. Consider it done. So that should solve the problem of starving pops in Judean. Those two things combined. So that looks good, and Upper Egypt is going to be annexed eventually. The question is, what are we after next? I mean, our aggressive expansion, we could wait for that to drop a little bit, but we probably want to go after something because it's going to be fairly small. We could go after Upper Egypt or the Ptolemaics and just get those squared away, and I think that's probably the move here. And then we could start looking at securing Anatolia and keeping Macedon as a buffer state against the Roman Empire. So that would be the idea there. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're very likely going to go back to war now that our aggressive expansion has dropped a reasonable amount. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.